Welcome back, everybody. This is Brian Kirk with Eat, Smile, Beat, taking the road less travel with another episode of Cost of Living In. And today we're going to the Caribbean nation of Cuba. Capital of Cuba, of course, is Havana. And we're going to see some strange pricing here. And from what my research has, this is some realistic and some are not so realistic. You got to keep in mind that Cuba is a communist country and have some items that are set in certain pricing, and there's certain schemes that are in place to help the poor people there. But mostly, there are a lot of poor people that in the median in Havana, especially in Cuba. I have been to Cuba before, and I say these prices aren't too far off, but there's a caveat on them. This is it clearly depends on what jobs they're doing. A lot of people work in the tourism industry and they make a little bit more money, but all in all, I think that the exchange rates are a little off on some of these prices. These are all in US dollars. These are all in the metric system, and this is all to be found on numbeo.com. These are all updated by users that have either been to Cuba as a guest or have been there and lived there. So let's start with the average monthly salary after taxes is $33. $33, let that sink in there for a few minutes. A meal in an inexpensive restaurant, $4.40. A meal for two people in a mid-range restaurant, 3 courses, $30. Meal at McDonald's or equivalent combo meal, $8. There is no McDonald's in Cuba. Domestic beer, $2.25. And let's go with the beers in Cuba. I've had the Cristal. Cerveza Cristal is probably the most popular one that I've had. It's very good, very light, very tasty. We found it everywhere in Havana. Imported beer, 0.33 liter bottle, $2.50. Cappuccino regular, $1.21. Coke Pepsi in a 0.33 liter bottle, $2.36. And water in a 0.33 liter bottle, $1.50. Milk in a regular market, $3.30 for 1 liter. Loaf of fresh white bread, $1.06. Rice white, 1 kilo, $2.40. Eggs, regular 1 dozen, $3.58. Local cheese, 1 kilo, $5. Chicken fillets, 1 kilo, $5.25. Beef round, 1 kilogram, $9.75. Apples, a whopping $5. Bananas, 1 kilo, $1.33. Oranges, $2.13 for a kilo. Tomato, 1 kilogram, $1.71. Potato, 1 kilo, $2.57. Onion, 1 kilo, $2.85. Head of lettuce is going to set you back $1. Water in a 1.5 liter bottle, $1.11. Bottle of wine, mid-range, $10. And domestic beer, 0.5 liter bottle, $2.07. Imported beer, 0.33 liter bottle, $1.95. And cigarettes, 20 pack of Marlboro is going to set you back $4. So judging by these prices, you're going to ask, how does someone survive off of $32 a month? I have to say some of these prices are probably put in here by tourists rather than your average everyday Cuban. Tourists don't go to the regular grocery store or the market to buy these items, and you'll see a lot cheaper prices at places where tourists don't go. Like I said before, the tourism industry is heavily. That's how the country is funded by the tourists, and unfortunately, the pricing for the average citizen is much lower. And they won't be shopping in a lot of the tourist areas where you and I would be shopping. We'd be seeing these higher prices, $4 or $5 for apples and $3 for beer. Is something that you would find at a tourist spot, but not at a local's place. And also, in some countries, you'll notice that there's a local's price and then there's a tourist price. It's not advertised, but if you're a tourist, you'll be paying more than the average local. Transportation ticket, one way, local transport, 20 cents. Monthly pass, regular price, $22.50. Taxi start, normal tariff, $10. That seems a little high. Local 1 kilometer normal tariff 41 cents. Taxi 1 hour waiting time $20. Gasoline's $1.24 a liter. Volkswagen Golf 1.490 kilowatt trendline or equivalent new car $72,500. Toyota Corolla sedan 1.697 kilowatt trendline or so no trendline or equivalent new car 81,500. So these prices are very much inflated because of the trying to think of the word, the geez, the sanctions, sanctions that America puts on Cuba, and items such as cars and stuff or come from Europe or Asia to help supplement what they have of the old American cars that they still have in service. Yes, they still have those in Cuba. You pay a little bit more for them, but generally taxis are Asian vehicles or European vehicles that you would take on a regular basis. All in all, once again, these prices are tourist prices. You won't see these prices for the locals. So if you're going there, you'll be paying this much, but as the locals, not so much. Utilities monthly: electricity, heating, cooling, water, garbage for an 85 meter square apartment, $37.50. Mobile phone plan with calls, 10 gigabytes plus data, $40. Internet, 60 megabytes per second or more, unlimited data, cable/DSL, $263.33. Very, very expensive for the internet there. Sports and leisure, fitness club, monthly fee for one adult, $40.33. Tennis court rental 1 hour on the weekend, $16.67. And cinema international release, one seat, $1. Preschool or kindergarten, full day private monthly for one child, $115.67. International primary school yearly for one child, $15,166.67. Then clothing and shoes, a pair of jeans, Levi's 501 or similar, $39.75. A pair or one summer dress in a chain store, $33.67. A pair of Nike running shoes mid-range, $76.25. A pair of men's leather business shoes, $83.33. So these prices aren't too bad, but if you're making $32 a month, not going to go that far. But once again, these are prices that you're going to be paying in the tourist areas. So keep that in mind. Now, this is where I question is I don't know. I wasn't looking for a house when I went to Cuba, so I don't know how much the rental is for these things. So if you do know, if you're from Cuba or Havana, or if you've been looking in the market for buying a place, you can correct me. But apartment in a one bedroom in the city center, $363.87. Apartment one bedroom outside the city center, $393.64. Apartment three bedrooms in the city center, $1,021.85. Apartment three bedrooms outside the city center, $608.56. Price per square meter to buy an apartment in the city center, $395.52. And it's buy an apartment outside the city center, $334.31. Like I said, the average monthly net salary is $33, and the mortgage interest rate in percentages yearly for 20-year fixed rate is 8.33. So all in all, these prices are a little deceiving. Like I said, tourists pay more than the locals. So you'll be seeing differences in pricing. The city has had 117 entries in the past 12 months by 16 different contributors. Last update was July 2024, so these numbers are a little old, and so on. So if you like these videos, please consider subscribing and ringing that bell so you get notified every time we do a new video. Until next time, keep eating to your own beat, take the road less traveled, and have a great day.